Long before humans walked the earth, before the first spark of civilization or even the rise of mammals, the planet belonged to giants. Dinosaurs ruled every forest, swamp, and shoreline for more than 160 million years. They weren't just monsters from movies or bones in museums. They were living, breathing empires of nature. Yet even after centuries of study, these ancient rulers continue to surprise us. Some were faster, smarter, or stranger than anyone imagined. Others defied the laws of nature itself. Today, we journey back into that lost world to uncover 10 incredible dinosaur facts that reveal just how extraordinary these creatures truly were. When people imagine dinosaurs, they often picture gray, leathery beasts lumbering through jungles. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Scientists now know many dinosaurs were covered in vibrant feathers, scales, or a mix of both. Some were as colorful as tropical birds. The velociraptor, once imagined as a scaly movie predator, was actually feathered, with plumage that shimmered in sunlight. Fossilized pigments reveal hints of red, orange, and even iridescent tones. Feathers weren't just for flight. They helped regulate temperature, attract mates, and even communicate. Imagine herds of small raptors displaying bursts of color like living fireworks across the prehistoric plains. The world of dinosaurs wasn't dull gray. It was painted in fire. But feathers weren't their only surprise. Some dinosaurs were astonishingly fast. The ornithomimus, nicknamed the ostrich mimic, could sprint at speeds of nearly 40 miles per hour. With long legs and lightweight bodies, these creatures dashed across plains faster than most modern predators. Their speed wasn't just about hunting, it was survival. In a world of giants, running fast meant living another day. And then, there were the predators who moved with terrifying precision. The Utah raptor, far larger than the famous velociraptor, hunted in coordinated packs. Imagine 6-foot-tall predators with sickle-shaped claws moving through ferns in silence, communicating with chirps and clicks like wolves. These weren't mindless beasts, they were tacticians. For decades, dinosaurs were thought to be cold-blooded reptiles like modern lizards. But now we know the truth is far more complex. Many species had warm-blooded metabolisms, similar to birds and mammals. Their hearts pumped fast, their blood ran hot, and they could regulate temperature even in colder climates. This discovery rewrites the story of extinction itself. Warm-blooded dinosaurs could move at night, migrate across frozen lands, and outlast environmental changes far longer than we once believed. Some paleontologists even argue that the difference between dinosaurs and birds is in T-evolution. It's survival. Birds didn't just descend from dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs, still alive today, singing the echoes of the Jurassic. The largest creatures to ever walk the earth weren't monsters from imagination. They were sauropods. The Argentinosaurus, a titanic herbivore, may have stretched over 120 feet long and weighed up to 100 tons. That's heavier than 15 elephants. To sustain such size, it had a heart the size of a small car, pumping blood to a neck longer than a school bus. Yet these giants were peaceful, moving in herds across open plains, grazing on treetops that towered like skyscrapers. Their footsteps shook the earth, but their power came from harmony, not destruction. When a herd of sauropods crossed a valley, the ground trembled, a living heartbeat of the prehistoric world. But perhaps more incredible than their size was their communication. New fossil evidence suggests some dinosaurs could produce deep, resonant sounds through hollow crests or air sacs, similar to the way whales and elephants communicate today. Parasaurolophus, with its long, curved crest, likely used it as a resonating chamber to broadcast haunting calls across miles. Entire herds may have moved together, guided by these low-frequency songs that rolled across ancient landscapes like thunder. To stand in that world would be to feel sound, a world where voices of giants rumbled through your bones. The deadliest predator of them all still fascinates the human imagination, Tyrannosaurus rex. But this so-called king of the dinosaurs wasn't the mindless brute we once thought. Studies of its brain case reveal it had remarkable senses, powerful vision, a sense of smell rivaling any animal in history, and even intelligence comparable to modern predators like crocodiles or birds of prey. T-Rex could track prey from miles away and plan ambushes. Its jaws generated up to 12,000 pounds of pressure, enough to crush bone like paper. Yet new research shows T-Rex may have also cared for its young, protecting nests and even feeding hatchlings. Behind the monstrous image was something eerily familiar, the instincts of a parent. Not all dinosaurs were giants. Some were smaller than chickens, like the tiny Microraptor, a four-winged predator that glided through forests 120 million years ago. Its feathered limbs and tail acted like natural parachutes, allowing it to leap from tree to tree in pursuit of prey. The line between flying dinosaurs and the first birds is razor-thin, and creatures like Microraptor prove that evolution was constantly experimenting. Some scientists believe it could even control its flight angle, twisting mid-air like a modern bat. In those dense, primeval forests, the sky itself was alive. Then there's the question everyone asks: how did dinosaurs die? The story is familiar. A massive asteroid striking Earth 66 million years ago, creating wildfires, tsunamis, and a shroud of dust that blocked sunlight for years. But what's less known is that not all perished instantly. Some species may have survived for thousands of years after the impact in isolated regions. Paleontologists have uncovered fossils suggesting pockets of life continued in what are now North America and Asia. The last whispers of the age of giants. Imagine a small group of triceratops wandering a dying forest under darkened skies, unaware they were the final chapter of their kind. Extinction wasn't a single moment. It was a slow fade into silence. Dinosaurs also shaped the world in ways that still affect us today. Their vast size and numbers altered the planet's atmosphere, influencing oxygen levels and plant evolution. Their grazing habits created ecological cycles that led to modern ecosystems. Even after their extinction, their bones, compressed over eons, became part of the very soil that nourished the next age of life. Every breath we take carries a trace of the world they left behind. In a way, they never truly disappeared. They became part of Earth itself. And then there's the strangest truth of all. We are still discovering them. Every year, new species are found across deserts, cliffs, and frozen tundras. Some are smaller than pigeons. Others rival the great predators of old. In the last 2 decades alone, paleontologists have named over 500 new dinosaurs. Each discovery reshapes our understanding of evolution, intelligence, and survival. The fossil record is far from complete. It is a vast puzzle missing more pieces than it holds. Every dig, every shard of bone is another whisper from a forgotten empire. The myth of dinosaurs as slow, dumb reptiles is gone. They were complex, adaptive, and diverse beyond measure. Some hunted in packs, others built nests, cared for their young, and communicated across miles. They dominated oceans, skies, and continents for longer than any species before or since. And in their rise and fall lies a lesson about life itself. That power, beauty, and extinction are part of the same story. When you walk through a forest, the leaves you hear rustling are descendants of the plants they once ate. The birds you see overhead carry their DNA. Even the shapes of mountains, the paths of rivers, were carved in part by the environments they created. The dinosaurs may have vanished, but their world never truly ended. It transformed, evolved, and became ours. So the next time you see a fossil in a museum or a bird perched on a wire, remember, you are looking into deep time. You are seeing echoes of creatures that once ruled this world in ways we can barely imagine. The Earth remembers them, in its stones, in its air, and perhaps even in our own bones. History isn't just in the past. It's alive in the world we walk through every day. The dinosaurs never really left us. We just stopped noticing the shadows of their wings.